Hi guys, it's Jo. I have my I Am Roses project to share with you guys, and it is this cute little decorated box for Christmas. And here is a close-up of the front, and there is the lid, and it's closed by some brown seam binding that I wrapped around the box. And it goes underneath and behind this little label here and up from the top, and it's tied in a bow. And let me open it for you, and it opens like that, and you can see the seam binding just slides out of there. So this is the lid, and I glued the seam binding underneath all the flowers here. Okay, so let me just go over with you what I did and what I used, but I will have a more detailed, I will have a tutorial on how to create this box and the matching lid. So I'll have a video up soon for that. And so here is the box again, and on the front here I use Spellbinders label die, and I cut it out of this pattern paper, and the paper that I used is My Mind's Eye, and it is a, I believe, Festive and Frost collection. I believe it was last year's paper, or not, if not it was 2 years ago, but it's pretty old. So, and then I cut this oval shape from a Spellbinders. I edged it. I edged all the corners and stuff with walnut stain distressed ink. I stamped Merriest Wishes, and that's from a Heroes art stamp. And I put two little brown brads right there. And the tiny flowers that I used, sorry for the shadow, I used red. There's a larger white and a smaller brown on the corners. And those flowers are R2-12, and they're these small red ones and brown ones. They don't come together, I just have them in a pack. But I will have all the links to the flowers, all the list of supplies, all on my blog, so the blog link will be in the description box below. So I used those flowers right there, and on the lid I added some lace trim, and I also did a scallop border all around it, and that's what the inside looks like right there. Sorry about that. Okay, so the seam binding is glued underneath all these beautiful flowers here, and there's the centerpiece is this beautiful red one right here, and I have one right here. It is called Special One. It's brand new to the site, so you can see how beautiful this is, and you could scrunch it up or open it up to show the inside of the stamens and stuff. But it's a really big flower, and it's just gorgeous. And I didn't spray any of these flowers, so I just wanted to keep them simple and not all too shimmery. So this is the red one. Okay, and I put that in the center, and I used some white cherry blossoms all around. I used two, so I put one right there, and then I put another one right there, and then you can see I put some of the red roses inside over there, and I layered, I put some skeleton leaves on the bottom as the base, and then I put this white one right here. It's about, measures about an inch, and they look like this. So I used those. I used two, so I put one there, and then I put one there, and then I used these brown ones right here, and these come from, you can buy them separately, but I had got them from a variety pack of different browns, so that's where I got that from. And I just placed it around, and I kept the stems on basically all of the flowers, and I just curled it with my paintbrush. So I just love how it looks, and then it fits over this gift box full of goodies for my friend, and it just slides perfectly over. Actually, it goes this way like that, and the seam binding just goes underneath the box, and it will just slide through underneath. Hopefully it'll go. It's bunching up. Okay, there it is. So it slides underneath that label right there. Close the lid, okay. Make sure it's nice and tight, and then we just tie a bow. And then just tuck in the little tails behind it if it'll cooperate. And that's where the bow is, and that's how I close it. And then again, there's the front, and here is the top, and here is the side, back, and the other side. So there's my box, and I made this out of the bottom base out of a 12 by 12 sheet, and for the lid I use a different size for the lid. But again, I'll have a tutorial on how I created this box, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try this out. And again, all the links to the flowers and supplies will be listed on my blog. So thanks for watching. Bye.